Hey there, Darkstar here. Doing some career testing today. Haven't run one in a while. I am on the Discord if anyone wants to chat. Nobody ever wants to chat. Doesn't look like my buddy's on right now. Should probably put the logo like, oh shoot. Up there maybe? Okay, I see the stream is alive now. We got Discord, we got MSFS. Alright, I'm just gonna fly this. Supposed to be some bad weather. It's cargo C408 up in Alaska. Thought it might be kind of interesting. See how it goes. If it doesn't crash. I haven't blown the C408 in career mode, I don't think. What? Well, buggy as usual. I guess that's not a surprise. Let's see. Let's turn that off for now. Oh. Why are you so buggy? I can't even turn or anything because it's in the weird mode. I have to stop the tracker completely. Can't just not use tracking mode. Is this new where they all highlight blue? Or was it? Are they all highlighting blue? I don't even know. It's going to be difficult to get out of here. Yikes.
TAWS system test. Okay.
So in theory it is going to be very, very difficult to get out of here. It's a very short runway. I'm gonna skip to takeoff, but my guess is it's either gonna leave us here or put us down there or crash us. So here we go. Looks like it at least got us off that hill. Weather doesn't look that bad. So I think I'm gonna go like max flaps maybe. Sometimes max flaps can be bad for takeoff. Sometimes it lets you take off early. We'll see what happens here. I think we need to have an abort the takeoff plan though. Okay. Okay, we're gonna just put the parking brake on for a minute here. Okay, we're on flaps 2, I think, not full flaps. So we'll go with that. Try flaps 2. Let's see. I know I need to get my transponder on. I suspect maybe that's in here. We can go all the way to alt. We can go VFR. Okay, it looks like we've already got wind up. Now this says rotated 85. I hope we're off the ground before 85 here. I think I'm gonna leave the head tracker off for right now. What I do want to do is get these up here so that I have a better view of what's going on. Okay. Let's set our altimeter. Let's... Really, you're gonna make me? I don't know what we need to climb to, but let's go to like 12. That way if we had to go over a tall mountain, we wouldn't be so far off. Okay, and if we look here, looks like we're gonna take off to the northwest. We've got a pretty good valley up here that we could climb out of if we need to. I'm sure it'll be wide enough for us to U-turn if we needed. So I think we'll be okay for getting out of here. Yeah. All right. Let's plan on going max throttle out of here. And let's see if we can get off the ground. Squawk 5571. So I need to get my settings on here. I can hear them. I turned it off for beyond ATC.
Altimeter 2998.
Okay.
Roger. Dark Star Bravo, Charlie 75.
Okay, engine-wise, I think we got a little more headroom here. And it was climbed to 18,000. Not sure we can, but we'll see.
Dark Star Bravo, Charlie 75 is clear to Papa Alpha Bravo Mike Airport is filed. Squawk 5571.
What's it squawking about here? Maybe engine RPM? 119.7.
119.7 for Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75. Anchorage Center, Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75 is passing 9,900 feet climbing flight, level 180. Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75, Anchorage Center, altimeter 2997.
10,000
Radar
feet.
contact, continue.
Keep my RPM below the red line here, and I'm able to increase the throttle as we climb. The other thing, of course, is that as you climb, your indicated airspeed is, you know, decreases even though you're still going fast. So you can usually go a little slower on the indicated airspeed to keep your climb going. And I'm going to turn way to the left here. So gotta get back on course. Turning to the left a little. Up on the 16,000 pretty quick. And this is fixed gear, so we can't bring the gear up. And we did get the flaps all the way up. That's 18,000. And change. We're gonna go a little too high here. Not too bad. Go ahead and go autopilot, say altitude hold, heading, be. I don't know what that sound is. Oxygen? I don't know. That or I blew an engine. Alright, let's check out our flight plan. Get our arrival approach entered. I guess we're gonna do visual 8. We'll go straight in. I don't know what minimums would be. Let's. Okay, so the runway elevation 668. So that's 300 feet above the runway. That'll give us at least a warning. Should be good. Oh, I didn't see this is gravel. Nice. Should be long enough to land on though. Let's see what else we got in this cockpit here. We have we're just gonna load it. We're not gonna activate it. Doesn't have the good one. Nope, that's not what we want to do for sure. So I'm going to delete this guy. We don't want to fly to the airport and then out and back. So a lot of times it'll add that airport in as the last waypoint en route. So you have to watch out for that. All right, 30 minutes to top of descent. be 1,500 feet at our visual FAF. 1,500 feet, so we want to get 1,500 feet in here. Might take us 30 minutes to get this dialed in. Alright, VNAV on. We should have already had yaw dampener on. And in this Garmin system, I think these are the 3000s, I'm not 100% sure. We'll want to go approach mode, for, even though it's a visual approach. It will kind of follow a glide path. Got some real pretty mountains out here. Like it when it's the dot. Broken. Alright, let's see. We are 27 AK. I bet this won't work. I probably don't have the 408 in here either. Nope. I'm just gonna pick this one. Let's see, what was it called? 27 AK. PABM. PABM. Come on. Nice. So if you click edit, you'll get you can select the route here. And I think you'd leave off. Oops. All good. Now that we have that, we can bring up Navigraph. Uh-oh. forgot to hit nav. Okay, Navigraph. Import from SimBrief. Download. We get the nice thing. And now we're whoa. Oh, 8 runway. This doesn't have an 08. And it has no approaches whatsoever. That seems odd, but okay. One thing I like in Navigraph here is you can turn on the weather layer and you can get like winds. So I've got wind enabled. I think you can pick the, not here, you pick I don't remember how to do it. This one? Nope, that's night mode. Okay, we are now getting back on our proper route. Okay, charts what I wanted to see, but I bet there's no charts. No charts. Does this guy have charts? FAA charts? There are no charts available whatsoever. Okay, well. Anyway, what I was showing before, like you can at least see the winds. So like right now, according to this, we should have a crosswind, but it's not showing much of one. But with just one flag on it, it is pretty light, so. Maybe we can get the weather? Cool. 2990. So since we're in the US, we might want to switch to that's what we want to do.
Anchorage Center, Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75, flight level 180. Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75, Anchorage Center, altimeter 29907, radar contact, continue to AYOGU.
Jet stream winds, and you can change the altitude at which you're looking for winds and the time. That's the time. Looks like we would be at 180 right now, so that's what we'd actually want to pull up. Kind of look at different levels and see if we have more favorable wind, and then change your altitude. Okay, so you go here to layers and pick the different layers you want. These are minimum safe altitudes. Like low winds all around our airport, so shouldn't be much wind. I already can't remember how to get the weather info that I just had up a minute ago. Says it's VFR. Winds 30 at 9, 10 statute miles, clear, 6 degrees. 9.2, altimeter 22990. So I need to go down 2 more clicks. Control lock, okay. We are cargo, so we don't have passengers. Are these actually off? So we kind of want those on. All right, let's see, nav. Okay. Somebody would make a nice multi-function panel with some like generic buttons and a couple of these dials, like but high quality ones. Like even on the Honeycomb Bravo throttle, they first of all don't have the inner outer one like this, and there's only one, and it's not very good. Kind of cheap. Now I forgot what my altitude setting was supposed to be. 15, right? So if you look here, I can dial it to 15. Which is not nothing, but I'd really like to have the outer and inner knob. And I'd like to have a couple of different ones. Okay, it looks like we're 10 minutes to our top of descent. So waterway here, big lake, and that's where we land. There's our top of descent right there. that waterway. That's probably the winner right there.
Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75. Descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 15,000 feet. Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75.
Oh shoot. Makes it really hard.
Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75. Climb and maintain
What?
flight level 180.
Flight level 180, Dark Star Bravo, Charlie Charlie 75.
So as we can see, they have not really done much for career mode. Their most popular mode, according to them. So let's completely ignore it and not fix anything.
Center, Dark Star Bravo, Charlie Charlie 75. Request 16,000 feet.
Or not. Did it give up on us? Because it's saying like flight of pattern entry. Like descend and maintain 15,000. Climb and maintain let's make sure we're ready for our descent whenever VNAV is on. 15 is the right altitude. 15, okay. About 1.5 minutes.
Descend and maintain 2,700 feet. Dark Star Bravo, Charlie, Charlie 75.
Okay, so let's refresh our memory. Catty corner across this lake, little island. We'll probably actually be over here. I come in this way. Don't know what the runway is going to look like. It doesn't look like much of anything. Obviously sort of a clearing in the green, hopefully. It's a ways in further in than I sort of thought at first. It's kind of this rugged area here. Merges into this road.
Charlie, Charlie 75. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
Okay. can we? I don't see. We can try hit enter.
Anchorage Center, Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75 would like to cancel IFR.
Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75. IFR flight plan is canceled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
Fly to Big Mountain. Hey, it's going pretty good. I was doing some just pattern work earlier before I started streaming. Did a little island flying. So this is a career mission. I've hit a number of issues, some of which were my fault, but I think most of them are just weirdness in the whole mission system still. You flying tonight or playing City? City Builder of whatever flavor it was. Technically, if we were VFR, I would probably, I'd have to descend faster to get under this cloud. You're not supposed to fly through the clouds. I'm starting to dislike the whole idea of to progress reasonably quickly, you have to fly really, really long missions. It's just so boring. Like, you know, you climb up to 35,000 and put on autopilot and let it fly all day. I'd rather have challenging flying, you know, take off here, land here, take off, and then take off and land, take off and land, take off and land in the mountains in challenging conditions or something for your high dollar rewards. I had a really bad landing today. It was in Neofly too. It was like 580 feet per minute or whatever in a 737. It dinged me pretty hard on the, I had to repair the gear, whatever. They call it the hull in Neofly, but Neofly's repairs are so cheap. I made like $1.5 million on the mission and I spent $68,000 on the gear. Okay. Nope, wait, that's the logo. I'm making pretty fast progress on my new Neofly profile. This lake and look for that little island. What plane were you in? Doing the really long flights, and my last one landed somewhere in Russia, and then I flew from Russia down to Spain, and then I think tonight, maybe even after this, I don't know. I didn't make enough. Oh. I don't know what the difference is. I probably should figure that out. There's our little island. So I think we're going to fly about to that island and take a left. See how well we can hand fly it. Already drifting off course. Of course. Okay. I guess that's kind of cool if that's what you want to do.
Charlie 75, 10 miles north, 5,400 feet, inbound to land, runway 8, Papa Alpha Bravo, light traffic.
Yeah. I think it's either small GA planes for starters or airliners, I guess. I haven't done the airliner thing, but... I think the CJ3 is out. Alright, I'm gonna start slowing down. Some flaps. There is a YouTuber, I think it's AV Angel. And I think she just did a review of the CJ3. No gear to get down in this plane. I believe I see the airport. little bit more power out, not much. We do have thrust reversers. This is an ample runway, so we shouldn't have any trouble getting down here.
$500, $400, $300, $300, $200,
Papa Alpha Bravo Mike traffic. Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75 is on final. Runway 8 to land. Papa Alpha Bravo Mike traffic.
Didn't even use my brakes. Come on, want a little bit of a hill here. I think this is the hold short point, which is kind of weird.
Papa Alpha Bravo Mike traffic. Dark Star Bravo Charlie Charlie 75 is taxiing to parking. Papa Alpha Bravo Mike traffic.
Glad we've arrived.
They need some way for you to figure out how to map something to anything in the cockpit. Some way to say, like, what is that thing? What is that axis? So I can map my control to it. That's interesting. Let's see, it's 11. That's terrible. I don't want to do those, they suck. Haven't done search and rescue in a while. Haven't done hoist search and rescue in a long time. An hour and 30 minutes, wow. Oh, 30-minute helicopter flights. Oh, no, I don't want to do this. I'm trying to find something that's above a longitude. I was looking at maybe some of the Embraer E-Jets. I know they're coming out with one new one, I guess later this year, maybe. I was looking at the CRJs, so, you know, like a regional airliner kind of thing or something. I don't know. And I'll show you this one I tried. It was terrible. It's free, so can't complain too much, but it doesn't work, so. Where is it? And like I say, it's free, so, you know, who cares? But I was a little sad that it didn't work for what I wanted it to do. I wanted it specifically for Neofly. Where are they? Here they are. So it's this Bombardier Global 6000, comes with the E111 mod of it also. I'll show you. I downloaded it off like flightsim.to. You know, I mean, interesting for free. The model is pretty good.
Anchorage Tower, Dark Star Alpha Bravo Alpha 2222 at runway 15, ready for departure. Straight out departure.
But like nothing is here, nothing. There's like some switches. I think autopilot works, and it's got the Garmin in it, and it's got some weird map thing. But like none of this works. It flies if you want to fly it, but it doesn't sync with Neofly properly, so you can't actually fly it in Neofly. But it's free download on flightsim.to. From the outside, it looks really nice. That's a little off, maybe. I know that's supposed to be the flaps, but it still looks a little weird. Let's see if we can go flaps down more. Okay, it's like full flaps. Up one. Up. Up. So yeah. I guess that's mostly just the flap effect. It still looks weird, but okay. I can't remember what works, what doesn't. I think you can just, no. Oh yeah, I don't think I could get into the back. You can, and I think there's stuff back there. You can go like, showcase camera. Yeah, so there's not really a back. But if you just want to fly it, it flies. It has a autopilot, seems to work. You know, it's got the Garmin avionics plugged into it. So. I think one problem was, let's see, Control Shift E. Oh, I don't know, that's shutting down. I think it's just got engine on or off switches. I don't know. I was thinking it wouldn't shut down, so I don't know. flare coming up. We need to get flaps up. So it's supposed to have a huge range. Like way longer than the longitude. I don't know, 6,000 nautical miles or something. So it's not a military jet, but it's pretty powerful. Let's see if we can land it. I've noticed a lot of the planes have kind of like impossible physics. Like they have way too much inertia. They'll just coast. Like even on idle for a long ways. Can't quite tell where the runway is, but I think that's it. pretty nimble. But yeah, kind of minimally functional. Got a speed brake too, I didn't use. Yeah, it works. I wonder if I could get it to work in Neofly. I tried it before and it didn't work. Let me see if it works this time. Because it has like some insane range on it and stuff. Yeah, 6,000 nautical miles, 51,000 feet, 5,000 knot cruise. So let's see. This is my $1 billion account. I don't think I have one here yet. Do I? You have to hold down the right Alt key, not the left one, the right Alt key, and then click. When you hold down the right Alt, it'll turn into that plus sign, our spyglass, not spyglass, magnifying glass. Let's see. I might have to do some more missions here to stay above $1 billion. Okay, RJCH. So I need to move to, well, it'll be the most recent plane. Nice. $1.5 million mission. What's a short one? To RJSR. Should be easy enough. Let's see, we are RJCH. I'm going to RJSR. Oh yeah. This is just whack. Like it'll put like way more than the plane could possibly hold. That needs to be fixed. So it's really hard to put in a small amount of cargo. We need 8,000. 8,000, not 18,000. Okay. And we should have more than enough fuel. We're going RJCH to RJSR, okay. I'm just gonna spawn in on the runway. No! Okay, I need to find a co-pilot, I guess.
Hakadata Tower, Dark Star Alpha Bravo Alpha 2222 at runway 12 ready for departure. East departure.
Dark Star Alpha Bravo Alpha 2222. Altimeter 29902 East departure approved. Cleared for takeoff, runway 12.
Okay, so now so I'm gonna have to shut down the engines. I guess we'll get someone nearby. That would appear to be Fuzzy. So, Fuzzy, 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 Fuzzy. And then move him to RJCH. Should have just moved the plane over to here. And then airplane, hangar, add my co-pilot.
Welcome back, Captain. It looks like the weather is perfect for flying.
All right.
Captain, we have royalty on board today. The security team have carried out the necessary security checks, and we are now ready. Roll out the red carpet. VIPs are on the way. Okay, Captain. That's the last of the VIPs in their seat and ready for takeoff.
I don't know if it's realistic, but these avionics are way under there. How am I supposed to see anything? And, like, how do I control the avionics? That may be a problem. Got the basic buttons here, but no controls. Oh, okay, it's got this kind. So I think we can... zooming in and out here. That's zooming in and out. Oh, you hit MFD. Okay, and then you can zoom in and out on the map. Okay, so we want... We'll just full screen that. We'll go proc. ILS Zulu 11. I'm okay with that, I guess. Departure. Are we on runway 12? Yes. Oh, it's got a hand fly. Okay. I guess. I don't think we have to go all that high. Let's start off at 3,000 feet. We'll go auto throttle. .210. Current heading. Do we have... Okay, good. It won't. Well, it's saying it won't turn it on. Let's hope. All right, parking brake off. Nope. We have to get the engine started first. I would think in this plane this would be a very, very short flight. I have not done an ILS or RNAV approach in it, so I don't know how they work. Let's see if we can get it to work. I'm thinking that all these avionics are like a plug-in.
Everything looks good from where I'm sitting. Taxi to the runway and take off.
You bet. Let's see, where is our stabilizer trim? Oh, one thing to look out for, like if my cursor is in here, I can't control the plane. I have to make sure my cursor is out of this window.
Have a great flight. Watch out for the champagne corks. These particular VIPs have a reputation.
I'll tell you what we need to pop out here is like maybe that, if it'll let me control it. Nope, these don't interact. Sometimes they do, like that's interacting, but I can't click here. What can I do? What I really want to do is just activate the approach. And go nav. Unfortunately, that doesn't give me the controls, so I can't. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to be a little higher to get across here, for example. Not big enough? Wind? Going up to, so we don't have a speed limit. think the basics kind of work the same as other ones, right? Trying to remember. The problem is getting the route into the avionics. In theory, we can go sim brief. I don't think I want to do that right now, though. I can send you the manual, but it's still not real easy to use. I think we overfly the airport, fly this arc, top of descent's here right now. I'm assuming that's going to change in a minute. That works. Cool. And then we come in here. Or maybe we fly out this way and around. I'm not sure. Let's see. Bone G first and then around. Then the 13 nautical mile arc, intercept, following heading 80 degrees. It's probably just direct to here, really. From there. How are we doing on our climb? We are not climbing. So, for better or worse, flight level change mode was not really quite working right. Ah, top of descent is sliding back now. Nice. Okay, it's 110.15. We'll see. Want to get down to 2,800 here. Okay, that's 12, so we can now go faster. See if we can get up to close to our top speed before we have to slow down. Man, this thing is just booking it. There we go, Mach 0.825. I wish I had that other screen up. See our flight plan, VNAV. So our we'd have to descend at 2,700 feet per minute to make it down, and it's going up pretty rapidly. It's probably going to hit about 3,000 by the time we get to the descent point here. So far the autopilot and everything's been working okay. Now that I'm slowing down, my vertical descent is decreasing back to something quite reasonable. We actually probably want to keep our speed up. Initially. Top of descent, 20 seconds. Maybe. I don't remember that for sure, but I think it helps. I don't think you're supposed to have to do it that way, but I think it works out better that way. So you like click on the one you want to insert before and you enter the waypoint name and then you keep going up, yeah. And you hit, in the flight plan view, I think you hit menu to enter like departure and an arrival. We didn't start our descent. Because I'm a dodo. It won't let me do a vertical speed. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are going to be over speed if we're not careful. Made it. Okay, our vertical speed target right now is actually only 1,400 feet per minute. $1,200, 1,000. So we might actually catch a VNAV here. Okay, 800 feet per minute is our current target. Flatten out here at 2,800. 600 at Kempa. Okay, I'm gonna try autopilot and approach. Okay, it switched to localizer. We're below the glide path, so we should catch that in a minute. Not catch the glide path here. Yeah, I don't think that's working very well. Autopilot's off. Runway is in sight. Flaps out. In theory, we're high and to the left. Working on it. Want to watch our angle of attack here. We don't want it to give above about 0.6. Nope, that's not gonna work. I don't know why it's acting like we have a huge crosswind, but seems to be. Okay, there's our glide slope. So 500, 600 feet per minute, I think. Feeling a little slushy, so. think that's part of my problem. Obviously pretty high here. One thing I don't know is, can I turn this off with my control? Nope. Okay, it's off now.
Ouch, that looks like it hurt.
Yep. Wee little bit.
Taxi to parking and shut down your engine.
Kind of oddly jerky. So has some issue there on the approach mode, I would say. Did we get the parking brake on? Yep. I wonder if you turn these, click them to turn them off? Is that all it does?
Transporter. Disembarkation in progress. Stand by.
Well, seems to be working. I got an overspeed.
Transporter. All the passengers have disembarked. Good job. See you soon.
Cool. It works. I swear I tried it before and it
Let's
did
go.
not work. So let's see, we got 20,000 pounds of fuel. Let's see what happens if we... Now in theory, I have fuel sync on. Yes, I do. And I just went to max fuel. So if we go here, what do we see? We see it's all fueled up. 45,000 pounds of fuel. Okay. Oh, with that, I think because we landed pretty hard. Search jobs. Okay, now we only have an 888 and a distance of 5,000 nautical miles. That's a long ways to earn that much money. Like if you compare, say, this guy, it's earning that much for 2,000 nautical miles. Oh, and these greens mean this is like an actual flight, like in the real world. So in some planes you'll see those flights. I don't know which ones. Oops. These are 2.7 million. Doesn't have any real flights associated with it. That's kind of weird. There's one. Probably also depends on what airport you're at, if that airport has jobs for those planes or not. But yeah, that's kind of cool. You can see real flights going on, fly the same ones. I'm a little disappointed in this reward here for 5,000 nautical mile flight. That's like 10 hours. Even if you're going 5,000 knots, that's 10 hours. Cool, external power. So let's see what's on, flying out of Lim. So 3,200 nautical miles is the absolute, I mean that's the range of that plane, right? 3,200 nautical miles. It's actually really hard to fly that far. You have to fly really slow and whatever. Give it a shot, maybe. That's weird, it just changed the weight in this plane when I fueled this plane. So... So it's 3,136 nautical miles. Let's do that one. 5,000 foot runway. It's a little short, but it's got ILS, so that'll help. 3136 to KMPB. Let me do a thing. I can just switch planes. Why can't I switch to the...
Minimums.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. It's the opposite of what I wanted to do. Okay, lights. Let's see. Where were the lights? Right here are the lights I think you want. There's an outer ring one, like that. The inner dial is this one. I wish that would go away. Also, you can turn on the dome lights, and that will make the interior a little brighter, which makes it easier to see everything. And then there's another one over here on this panel. Yeah. Decision height. There's also some lights over here on the left that do that kind of like backlighting thing on the panel, and then I'm not... Okay, and then that's the brightness of the instrument lights. And then probably same over here. I usually end up turning on the dome lights also up there. I don't think these do much of anything. And then of course you want this to be purple. If it isn't, you click select. That'll switch to VOR. If you're following a flight plan, it should be that one. Not that I know of. There's some stuff over here. Okay, that's the middle panel lights here. It says digits, but it seems to be the backlighting up here. Wiper. That's all I see. Oh. Of course, you want to get, if you're doing ILS, you want to get your ILS in here and hit transfer. That little thing. You'll want to switch that to ILS when you're ready to lock on. And then you do approach mode. I think that's all you need. You don't have to do the course, but if you want to enter the course, it's down here. And what it does is it turns that knob, it turns the arrow, right? So that it's pointing the right way. You kind of want it pointing the way you're going, but even if it's pointed sideways, it's still going to track the localizer in. It's just going to show your deviation this direction instead of like left and right. So you don't have to dial in the course, but that's what it does. And I think you can also do it here. You can turn off the dome and you can just have these lights on. It works pretty well. This thing down here that's too bright, you can go power dim and go dim, 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 dim. And that'll make it more reasonable. I think that's as dim as it goes. Flight plan, we are at our RJSR. Okay, I guess that's okay. And Where do we want to fly to? We'll go RJSA, I guess. What a weird departure. What in the world? Okay, let's do CHI. Enter. And then Melos. Alright, and you need to enter the backwards. Now I've got it backwards, so I would need to delete this one, select. Huh, it won't let me select it. RJSA. See, it's just weird. Like, why won't it let me select this one? I can select this one and delete it. But I can't select this one. Yeah, it's buggy. Menu, delete flight plan. And it didn't delete the flight plan either. Then go menu, depart. And what are we gonna depart? 29. To enter. SID to enter. Insert into flight plan. Menu. Arrive. Arrive at. You'd think it would know, but RJSA. Enter. Runway 61. Star, what was it? MSFS2. Enter. No transition. Approach. I guess Yankee. Enter. Sure, we'll do that one. Enter. Insert into flight plan. Okay, so I think it's in there now. And of course you could go to your fuel page and you can enter like number of passengers, cargo, then you get your weights. That's all that really matters right now, I think. Nav is like your en route, direct to. VNav doesn't work. And I think that's it. Perf, maybe? Yeah. Let's go back to daylight. Now my screens are all dark. don't think 11 was the one we wanted though. Probably the other one. Now the question is it working? Because it definitely doesn't show up on here. Flight plan, direct to, where are we going to? Yachi 575, enter. There we go. Okay, then at Melos, I think I want to go direct to... Well, I really want to activate my direct to final from there. Okay, there's some lighting options here. Let me see if I go, no, not that one. Night. Let's go back to dark. Dang it. So this one will do the backlighting on the overhead panel. I don't know what this one does. And of course these are this one. And then over here is the kind of underlighting, the instrument lighting. And then there's another one over here, same thing. Flood panel, instrument lighting. I think those are the only ones I know of, and then of course the overhead dome lighting. So the one labeled digits, I guess. If we make this turn at Yachi. So, digits ones, you don't see it going to 100? I'm only doing this flight to help you with the Saab. It's cool. So it's the left one digits that you want to go to 100. If I'm understanding what you're asking anyway. 1119. I think I missed my turn. Guessing this is my runway here, but I'm not positive. Hey, I see you. Is that you? I have no idea what's going off. So, like, I didn't plan this. I had no idea. We just ended up at the same airport. Oh, I thought you were still flying the Saab. I thought you had just ended up here or whatever.
Minimums.
Minimums. Okay, well that's less mysterious. I just thought in all the world we just happened to end up at the same airport randomly.
Minimums.
Well, it's 1 a.m. for me, so I think this is my last flight. I'm glad to know the Bombardier worked, because when I tried it the first time, it did not. Just can't rely on the autopilot very much. Look to be in some kind of large plane there. With Christmas lights? I don't know what was going on there. What are you in? Is that a 777 or a something big? Oh, it's the Airbus, isn't it? An MD-90? What's the MD-90? Where'd you get that one? Oh, are you setting under? Okay. Okay, I see. It says Saab 340 there. Yeah, you're inside of an MD-90, which would be pretty cool. It's there's two sets of wings. I don't know why I'm still sitting there in the dark. Ah, you're in the Sprint Air too. Now, what'd be cool is if I could jump in your Saab and we could co-pilot. Now that's weird. Hey, I cannot get my cursor out of this window when I'm in this mode. When I'm in my plane, it'll go to my other screen, but right now it's stuck in this window. I can't. I was gonna go to Neofly. There we go. Gonna kill Neofly. Yeah, I wish we could do co-pilot. I think it wouldn't be that hard, but I don't know. And I say this as a programmer. I actually do these things. Man, I was gonna be all jealous because like you're in this MD-90. And I was like, an MD-90 with propellers? Like, what's going on? It was very weird. Oh, you're in the Rex? Because I see Sprint Air. I wonder if that's because I'm in the Sprint Air. What do you see on mine? Yeah, the MD-90 with an extra set of wings and propellers on the weird. You're in the cargo version. I wish they'd fleshed this plane out a little. Like fix the avionics issues. Give it full like walk around. You know, pitot covers, engine covers, all that. Propeller tie downs. I don't know, I want to get something else, but I don't know what. I don't know if I want to get the CRJ series, or like those E-Jet series. I don't know. The CJ3 looked pretty good, but I mean, we already have the CJ4. I feel like the PC-24 kind of fills in that area. Yeah. Look at this thing. Can't decide what it wants to be set on. I think that's the end of the flight day for me. A happy flying. I will catch you later. Huh. Night, everybody.